sequenced and well-timed so as to reach out to various sections of society and business, right down to the smallest and the most vulnerable. While doing so, our admiration and gratitude goes out to the brave citizens of our nation, to our doctors, healthcare and medical staff, police and law enforcement agencies, and to other authorities who battle the second surge selflessly and tirelessly and have been at the front line for more than a year now. Their services to our nations are now needed more than ever. The quarantine facilities of the Reserve Bank of India continue to operate with more than 250 RBI personnel and service providers away from their homes to ensure continuity of various segments of financial markets and RBI operations. Since the pandemic began, I have on several occasions expressed my genuine faith in India's resilience and capacity to overcome all odds. To quote Mahatma Gandhi, my faith is brightest in the midst of impenetrable darkness. And these are very inspirational words, not just for us in RBI, but I think everyone in this country. Over a year now, we have struggled to free ourselves from the pandemic's deadly grip. Between mid-September and February, as a country, we did manage to lower infections at a time when the rest of the world was reeling under the malevolent surges of the virus. This time around, we have to marshal our resources and fight it again with renewed vigor, ignited by the determination to overcome and to return to normalcy and sound health. Before I set out the measures that the Reserve Bank is proposing to undertake as part of the first part of a calibrated and comprehensive strategy against the pandemic, let me reflect on the macroeconomic and financial conditions that prevail so that the context in which today's measures are being taken can be appreciated. The global economy is exhibiting incipient signs of recovery as countries renew their tryst with growth, supported by monetary and fiscal stimulus.